Max.
What's up YouTube? Yeat just dropped his new album called AFTERLYFE. As usual, I'm late. I know it dropped a couple of weeks ago. Nevertheless, in this video I'm going to break down a beat I made in the style of AFTERLYFE. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, so we're in FL. So I'm going to show you guys the first melody right now. Sounds super cool. Okay. First thing I started with was these chords. One thing you can think about when you're making Yeat beats is you make your regular triad like this. This is how the chord should look like. Or I mean, not necessarily should look like, but like a normal triad chord looks like this. To get the Yeat sounding chord, you have to remove the middle note in order for it to sound like a Yeat chord, if that makes sense. So this is how it sounds like if I have the middle note playing. Then if I take it away, sounds much more aggressive, right? So if you want to think like me, you do a chord progression and then you delete the middle note and you get these super cool power chord sounding chords. Okay, so after I got the chords down, I put a really simple top melody on it. This is how that sounds like. Yeah, and what I thought about here, I used the half steps, which is notes that are in the scale that are close to each other, like one semitone apart. That usually means that the melody is going to sound darker. And I wanted this vibe to be kind of dark. Then I routed it to the mixer and I put an EQ on. Then I added some reverb. And then I added an Effectrix too. Nice, so that's everything for the first melody. The second layer I added was just a lead. I'm going to play it for you guys. Yeah, so the lead here, I did the half step thing again, where the notes are very close to each other. Then I just added this super simple run here. I see a lot of people making like hyperpop and Yeat beats and whatnot. And many of them are like overcomplicating the lead really much, like trying to have it go all different types of directions and have it sound super crazy. But in my opinion, it's much cooler if you keep the lead very simple and leave huge spaces like this, so it's not just bugging in your ear. Then I routed it to mixer 2, and then I put on an EQ. And the EQ was just to cut out some lows and then like a harsh frequency here too. Then I added some chorus. It's just on the default preset and I turned down the mix level a bit. Then finally I added a reverb too. Okay, cool. So the next thing I added was this little pluck thing here. And what I did with the pluck here, that I actually copied this melody and then I put it on the pluck. Then I pressed Alt-A, which is going to arpeggiate it. And then I just played around with that until I found a pattern that I liked. And then I like removed some notes and kept some. Then I routed it to channel 3 and I added an EQ. As you can hear, it sounds weird right now, but just trust me, okay? Then I added the chorus too. Then some reverb. And lastly, to slow it down a bit, I thought it sounded a bit chaotic for my taste. I added a shaper box. It's basically like gross beat, but on crack. I heard someone say that when I was watching YouTuber earlier, and I think it was a really good description of this plugin. But anyways, it's the Stutter 2 preset, which makes it a bit slower. Lastly, for the melody, I just added this little weird accent thing that Yeat has in like every beat. I'm sure you guys know about this one already. Then I routed it to channel 13 for some reason. Then I have a reverb, a chorus, and an EQ to cut a little bit out of the lows. Yeah, so a really simple melody. That's it. Everything from here on out is really simple. First I added a clap. Then I just added a stupid simple hi-hat. Then I added an open hat too. And lastly, the 808. After that, I added some random snares and perks and stuff like that. After that, I just laid everything out. And then I also made a slow reverb outro. I'm gonna play that for you guys too. And if you don't know how to do a slow reverb outro, I can show you real quick. So you just select the part you want to slow down. Then you just go into the master mixer. And then you're going to arm this. And then press Alt-R. I think it's Option R on Mac if you use Mac. Then just press Start here. Then just grab that waveform. And you're going to cut this bit out. And then make sure you're on stretch mode right up here. Then you just drag it out. Nice, so now it's slowed down. I'm going to put it to a mixer. I would recommend to add some reverb to it because it sounds cool. Go to ambience. If you have Valhalla, that would say go to ambiences and then go to ambience. And then turn down the mix a bit and then the decay a bit also. Cut the lows here to like 200. Okay, so after that I like to add like some sort of pan thing. You can use Pancake, that's a free one I think. And then just, yeah. Then you got a slow reverb outro, just like that. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. Comment in the comment section which one was your favorite track on Afterlife. My favorite track was Schmank with Youngboy. I think that one was fire. I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. I love y'all. Take care. See ya.